Hello guys and welcome here to the Jello Cup Series race number 24 here today from the Pocono Raceway. Today we present to you the Pocono Mountain 350. I'm Brian here in the booth with you once again. Starting from the pole will be Bafode Sacco in the number 42. To his outside will be the number 38 of Dylan Ibrahimian. Of course, they were awarded those positions after finishing 20th and 19th in yesterday's race. The top 20 was inverted from yesterday's finishing results, while positions 21 through 40 remained the same from yesterday's results. Also not changing, the go or go homers. Keep in mind the go or go homers remain the same as well for this race. So if you qualified for yesterday's race, you qualified for today's race. But here we go. We've added 2 more laps today as well. That is another big change. And of course, if you missed yesterday's race, Diego Yepes and his teammate Brandon Harris played some, well, let's just say they pitted a lap later. They did the overcut and it benefited them immensely, because the caution came out at just the right time as they entered the pit lane. And with this being a big track, they really didn't get past. And because of the caution coming out when it did, they were able to drive back around. And sure enough, they held on for the race win, keeping only 12 cars on the lead lap. Will we see pit strategy really change the outcome of this race today? That's going to be a big question, and of course we will find out in just a moment, as let's roll the intro, and when we come back we'll take you to the green flag here at Pocono. VCN presentation starts right now. Here we go. We're getting ready for the start of the Pocono Mountain 350 as they make their way through 3. Pace car will peel off. It's going to be Bafode Sacco, Dylan Ibrahimian, leading us down the front stretch. The green flag flies. We're underway at Pocono. Caution's out again on lap number 1, the 65 around. That was not the cause for the caution, but boy did it cause an accident. The 2 of Dylan Young involved. Big damage to the 2. I believe the 48 might have had something to do with this initial caution. As you're seeing guys race into the picture now, Maureen Tayami, Lenny Florentine, who flipped yesterday, might have been involved as well. Deja vu on lap 1, but more wrecks this time. Let's go see what happened. Boy, it's been a tough weekend at Pocono if your name is Lenny Florentine or Trevor Collins. Just look at this. 3 wide leads to 4 wide, and this just leads to a wreck in turn 1. As these guys go spinning, kind of hit the wall. But this one isn't over, of course. That's only part 1. This is the one that initially brought out the caution. But let's skip ahead, of course, into turn 2. This has been a trouble spot really all weekend for these Cup drivers. And you see there, the 23 just gets in way too hot. Dick Clark, he slides up the track with the 65. They collect the 52. Mitzi Kasumi. Oh, they catch the 77 as well. But 16 Ben Crouch gets the damage from it as well. Where does Dylan Young slide into this? There it is. He just catches the 52 and the 23 at a bad angle. He goes around. And his day effectively over for the second straight race in a row. Let's take you back to the green here in just a moment. Getting ready for the restart. They did pit under the caution. We apologize for not bringing it to you. But it'll be Zach Fitzwater, Dylan Ibrahimian, Samet Ozkan, Keith Stevens, Daniel Bouchard, your top 5. Then you've got Scott Upton, Nick Martins, Michael Collins, Casey Horton, and Max Anderson that round out the top 10. As the green flag flies, we're underway. Keep in mind, Fitzwater is the only car on track that is yet to pit. And for him, he needs to do something to get himself into the playoff hunt. Is this what does it for him? As the 38 reclaims the race lead with no problem. That 4 did not get going, and the 38 just slides right in front of him. Here goes Fitzwater the inside. He's going to race respectable, though. It looks like he won't put the door to the 38. I think he knows he's in kind of a sitting duck position right now. Again, he's going to be off sequence from the leaders. And really, he just needs to stay in this right now. He needs to stay as close to the leader as he can to avoid going a lap down if a caution were to fly. So like I said, he can't afford to give up too many positions. And right there, he just might to the teammate of Dylan Ibrahimian. And Keith Stevens gets to second. Keep in mind, these two well out of the playoff hunt. The top 2 right now well out of the playoff hunt. But they could, in theory, race their way in. Fitzwater might not have a choice in a lap or 2. He needs to pit. He is really slow compared to the race leaders right now. Oh, I think he grazed the wall right there. Again, I think he doesn't have a choice right now. He's got to pit this lap. Because if he loses a lap and that caution comes out at the wrong time, it hurts him. Side by side for the lead right now. Keith Stevens, Dylan Ibrahimian. And Ibrahimian will hang on for the time being. But I don't think this battle is over. And there you see Fitzwater battling it out for fourth now. Maybe he's just got a long run car. Here we go for the lead. Nothing doing. So I suppose now is a good time, of course, since the racing is kind of stalled out. Of course, you know, today's race, we started it before the Cup race. I just want to stress that we are going to do our best to be sure that these races, as we did last season, we're going to do our best to keep these races from starting around the same time that the NASCAR Cup playoff races start or during them. But again, I can't stress enough that we will not be rescheduling our races if weather moves up the start of a race or delays a race by a day. We will not be changing our race times or our premiere times in order to accommodate that. So again, we will do our best to try not to have these races premiere at the same time as the Cup playoffs. But again, we are not moving or rearranging any times or dates to accommodate it. If that, of course, if times or dates get changed and you see the 9 coming in, but with that said, of course, our playoffs gets underway very soon. Of course, we got Canadian Tire and Darlington. Those are the last 2 races before the playoffs. And of course, we go to Rockingham Gateway in Bristol, or Rockingham Road America in Bristol. Those are the first 3 in the round of 16. But again, some guys still trying to punch their tickets in, as Dylan Ibrahimi and Keith Stevens, they really, in theory, can't punch their tickets into the playoffs. They are just battling to get a win to end the season on the high note. I think the 4 is coming this time, as is the 38. So in theory, Fitzwater is trying to do it on one less stop than the leaders, as Keith Stevens now goes to the race lead. Let's see, does the 34 come in this time? It looks like he will. So will the 6. And the 42. Nick Martin's going to stay out the extra lap, maybe thinking that he can stretch it to the end. Again, keep in mind this strategy did work in favor of Diego Yepes, and it worked in favor of Brandon Harris. But if the caution comes out now, it hurts the 18. So there's a good science to it, of course. Oh, the 99 is slow. Thought I heard some cars wrecking there. No, the 18's just going to stay out some more laps here. Something happened with the 99 though, Scott Upton, and just the dismal second half. The dismal second half of the season, to say the least. Oh, the 7, an issue. Brandon Harris. It slowed down Nick Martins, the leader. Oh boy. You wonder if this helps him out now. With Brandon Harris down on his luck, does this help the 18 out? Does he pit now? Here he comes. Pit road's open. Now the caution's out. But keep in mind, Nick Martins has not made it back to the start-finish. Oh, the car upside down in turn 2. Someone's roof riding, and it's the 25 of Dan Hummel. He is stuck on his roof. Boy, it has been a crazy weekend here at Pocono, to say the least. 18 pitted, it didn't help him. And now we don't know exactly where he will cycle out in terms of the race leaders. Wild, wild weekend. Let's go see what happened. So just want to be clear, the caution came out for the 7 of Brandon Harris, who was dead on the apron there. But this happened, of course, right after the caution flag was flying. The battle for 11th here. Dan Hummel looks to have had it, but Keith Stevens catches him as he's drifting up the track, and up and over goes Dan Hummel, and he is going to ride on his roof for quite a while here. Just look at this, and Keith Stevens has no clue where to go, and I don't even think his spotter can help him out of this. Oh boy, what a memeable moment here. I think we got a helmet cam on the 34, but of course you see there Keith Stevens just stuck pushing that 25. And I'm just shocked all this momentum doesn't flip him back over. He just stays on his roof for a good straightaway there. About half a straightaway actually. But let's go on board with the 34 and get a look at this. Here you go. You see the battle going on. Look at this. 25 drifts up. Does he see anything? No, he doesn't see a thing. He absolutely does not see a thing until he gets rid of the 25. And then you see in his rearview mirror, he just keeps skidding. A tough break for the 34 and the 25. We'll take you back to the green in just a moment. Here we go. We're getting ready for the restart here. Keith Stevens, Dan Hummel out of the race. I believe the 7 is continuing despite that issue. Maybe just a battery or something. But nonetheless, he's going to continue. Scott Upton, Giorgio Stumu, Ben Crouch, Dick Clark, Mitzi Kasumi, Lenny Florentine, Dylan Young all out of the race. Dylan Ibrahimian leads. These guys all stopped, including the 18. They stopped to top off on fuel, so we should be good to the finish. But it'll be Dylan Ibrahimian, Zach Fitzwater, Casey Horton, Bafode Sacco, and how's about Charles Sanford starting last in this race? He's up to 5th as we're back underway. Keep an eye on the 4 here. Keep in mind, the 4, the 17, the 4 and the 17 have yet to win a race this season, and I believe so is the 42. These guys are all battling for a playoff position. Whereas the 03 is really safe. I think he's the only one in this top 5 that is safe, and of course the 38 is well out of the picture. Daniel Bouchard climbing up the charts now. He's trying to make a run at it. Now here's where it gets interesting. We got 8 laps to go here at Pocono. Again, how aggressive is Zach Fitzwater? Keep in mind, at this point last season, I believe he had 5 or 6 wins. He has yet to win a race this year. You gotta imagine that is weighing on the driver of that 4. Where is this win going to come? And of course, keep in mind, he is a former winner here at Pocono. Doubleheaders have generally benefited the 4 team in the past. And again, the 38 we know is not going to play nice here. I get it, it's a Ford. You know, blue ovals, they should be working together, but they are not in this situation. Dylan Ibrahimian has had a tough year, to say the least. He wants to cap it off with a win and at least have one bright spot on the season. And you see here, Fitzwater's going to send it into turn 1. That has not worked all day, and frankly, it's not going to work here. Now Casey Horton's going to look for second instead. And again, Fitzwater, he's looking for that first win of the season, his 9th career win. And you see now he's going to have to battle it out for second, as the 38 is going to get away for the time being. Oh boy, he is going to need a really good launch out of turn 1 to have a shot at this. 6 laps of racing to go. Alexander Rowe back there battling with Casey Horton as well. And the 4 is going to clear for second for now. But that 17 not going away. Again, keep in mind, Dylan Ibrahimian, if he wins this race, it does not benefit him in terms of the playoffs. He is well out of the picture. I can't stress that enough. He is well out of the picture with 5 to go. The only thing a win can do is boost his confidence entering the final few races of the season here. See, the 4 gets a great launch on the outside. Can he turn that into a run entering turn 2? He's going to look inside. If he can dive it in. Oh, he's going to hook the 38. But he's going to have to let go, and he will. He had to let go in that situation, because he was going to end up killing the whole field. We got 4 to go. Now he's got Alexander Rowe to worry about. And keep in mind, Alexander Rowe has not won a race since his championship season. He hasn't even been in the playoffs since then. And Fitzwater with an issue. I wonder if he has a tire going down. He held on to that 38 for a really long time. And you see there, he's going to regroup himself, but the damage is already done to the 4. A tough break. for Fitzwater. With 3 to go. The tables have turned because now it is a battle for the lead. The former champ battling Dylan Ibrahimian. Now you see Casey Horton. He's going to try to battle, or she is going to try to battle with the 29 of Alexander Rowe. I know Fitzwater's in 6th, and that's not where he wants to be right now. But I gotta give him credit. He didn't wreck the 38 trying to get around him. He let up, and he might get rewarded for it. The caution is out. We got cars pitting. And we're gonna have overtime here at Pocono. He may get rewarded with one more chance. A lot of cars pitted, and they've got damage as well. Keep in mind, we're going to stay with you. We want to see if these guys pit. Keep in mind, if anyone pits, this shakes up everything. Just when you thought we were done. Here we go. Anyone making the hard right turn? Doesn't appear so. Let's go see what happened. You see cars diving down trying to get to the pit lane. And it looks like Max Anderson and Spencer Mills kind of just collect each other here. And the 12 just spins the 37 around. 11's going to come down, catch the 18. Then the 48's going to graze on through there. But the 22 gets involved. He goes straight into the back of the 18. Where does the 00 get involved in all this? Because Maureen Tayami is done for the day. And she just goes straight into the back of Mitchell Collins. Mitchell Collins almost flips it over his hood. But manages to come back down. Tough break for those involved. We'll have overtime when we come back in just a moment. Welcome back. It is overtime presented by Mitchell's Memes. As we get ready to get going once again here at the Tricky Triangle. And we do have unlimited attempts at this overtime. And of course it is quite a welcome scene for the 29, the 0317, the 4. Dylan Ibrahimian as well. He might not have been rooting for that, but he's going to get it anyway. It's going to be Dylan Ibrahimian, Alexander Rowe, Casey Horton, Charles Sanford, Zach Fitzwater. Green flag is out. Overtime is underway. 38's going to have to hope for a big launch here if he wants to keep the lead. And it looks like he will, without issue. Talk about the restart of your life right there. It's not over, though. Alexander Rowe dives it into turn 2. He'll try to be right in the thick of it. To the white flag this time. 1 lap of racing to go. Presented by Mitchell's Memes. This battle is just heating up. Alexander Rowe, he's going to waste his chance here. You see the 38 tries to cut off the inside there. He'll hang on. Alexander Rowe is going to wish he waited to make that move. Of course, former champ trying to make it into the playoffs. And he gets loose on that outside. It opens the door for the 17. Here we go, through turn 3. If he can get a good launch off the corner, and he's not going to, Dylan Ibrahimian is going to hang on to win at Pocono. Congrats to the 38 team. They get the job done, and they close out the doubleheader with a win. Alexander Rowe, former champ, trying to make it into the playoffs. He's probably going to be sitting there wondering, why did I make that move into turn 1 knowing it hasn't worked all day? He's got 2 more chances to get in. And again, I can't begin to say again about Zach Fitzwater. He was so close, but couldn't get the job done. Dylan Ibrahimian does, though. He wins today, but again, he, as far as I know, is mathematically out of playoff contention. So this win pretty much doesn't mean anything here today, except for, you know, good momentum to end the season on. We want to thank you for watching. We're going to show you your results and your standings, and we will see you for race number 24 at Canadian Tire next Sunday. Till then, goodbye, everyone.